Okay, so şimdi başlıyoruz. Hoş geldiniz. İyi akşamlar. Bugün ne yapacağız? Bugün Basic Tenses plus olmak part 2 yapacağız. There will be more forms of this. It will be a bit more advanced. There could be overlapping meanings. We will also refer to the forms from past week, like these ones. Yeah, this part is just the first parts. Let's go here. Stream açıyorum bir dakika. Okay, şimdi stream görebilirsiniz. Now you can see the stream. So last week we talked about these mIş past tense forms, like gelmiş oldum, gelmiş olmuşum, gelmiş olurum, gelmiş oluyorum, gelmiş olacağım. Bu hafta gelir oldum, geliyor, olurum, geliyor olacağım, gelecek oldum, gelecek olacağım. The rest of them, we will talk about this today. Actually, let's just get rid of gelecek olacağım as well. I don't know why I forgot about this last week. We don't really need this. So it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 new forms. It will be easy this time. Okay. Mesela, let's just jump to here. So we have this time, instead of mIş, we have yor, like the continuous tense suffix yor and olmak. And so the yor actually means like something that is happening in the present. And olmak is the to be form, but we use it together. So it means, basically, in English they call it the future continuous tense. They call it the future continuous tense. 5 saat sonra ben hala bunu yapıyor olacağım. 5 saat sonra ben hala, this is the keyword. Maybe I can change the proper form like this. Hala, it's not hala. Hala bunu yapıyor olacağım. I will still be doing this. So that means I will be still doing this. And when? 5 saat sonra. 5 saat sonra ben hala bunu yapıyor olacağım. Okay, this part, yapıyor means, if I say bunu yapıyorum, that would be I'm doing this. Olacağım means like I will. I will be doing this in the future. It's a combination of I'm doing this and I will be. Okay, and I can now give you another example. 2 saat sonra hala Türkçe çalışıyor olacağım. 2 saat sonra hala Türkçe çalışıyor olacağım. Evet. Evet, doğru. In 5 hours I will still be doing this, and now in 2 hours or after 2 hours still Turkish be working I will be. I will still be working Turkish after 2 hours. Okay, you can try your examples now. If you are a beginner, it should be a bit easy. So you simply insert this yor suffix onto whatever you are doing, and then the acak suffix onto the future. Mesela, for example, I could say 1 hafta sonra hala let's try to think of something realistic. What could you still be doing after a week? Bir hafta sonra hala Türkiye'de okuyor olacağım. Bir hafta sonra hala Türkiye'de okuyor olacağım. And yes, don't forget about spoilers. You can just type either spoiler slash like this. When you do this, it will turn your message into a spoiler. Okay, I will be waiting for answers now. Okay, Becky, I think you pressed enter a little bit too quick. Sometimes that happens. It's on Discord, don't worry. Let me see. Bugün dersi bittikten sonra Türkçe çalışıyor olacağım. There's a little mistake. Dersi bitirdikten sonra hala Türkçe çalışıyor olacağım. Bitirdikten sonra. Bittikten sonra değil, bitirdikten sonra. Senin cevabın doğru, Jasmine. Bravo. And Lila, senin cevabına bakıyorum. 3 gün sonra hala makale yazıyor olacağım. Doğru. Evet. Bravo. And Engin, senin cevabına bakıyorum. Bugün çok yoruldum. Belki yarın saat 12'ye kadar uyuyor olacağım. Doğru. Sadece 12'ye kadar. 12'ye. A değil. Evet, şimdi doğru oldu. Nemo, senin cevabına bakıyorum. 30 dakika sonra hala sınıfta oturuyor olacağım. Evet, doğru. Bravo. And Jasmine, çok işim var. 2 saat sonra hala çalışıyor olacağım. Evet, doğru. And finally Dimsey, 5 dakika sonra hala cevap hakkında düşünüyor olacağım. 5 dakika sonra hala cevap hakkında düşünüyor olacağım. Doğru. Evet. And Lucas, bir yıl sonra hala bir yıl sonra hala üniversitede öğrenci olacağım. Evet, doğru. Mera, 5 yıl sonra hala Türkçe bilmiyor olacağım. Doğru. Ama doğru değil. Doğru ama doğru değil. If you know what I mean. Okay. So, yeah, I think you guys got the meaning behind this. Like, if I draw a timeline here, it's like this is the past, this is the timeline, this is the future. So, in the middle there's present. So there's something starting here that is happening here. So, like within this frame, within this time frame, I will be doing something like this. For example, 5 saat sonra. In 5 hours, I will still be in the process of doing this. That's how it goes. That's easy. You simply have like the your suffix, which is our continuous or progressive suffix, and then you combine it with olacağım. And of course, if you change the person, like the subject, you also change its ending. Like if you want to say you will be doing something, then you could say sen okuyor olacaksın. You add the personal markers on olmak, not the okuyor part. Okuyor is always the same. Like çalışıyor, yapıyor. you put the markers, personal markers on the olmak part. Jasmine, hayır, tabii ki. Tabii ki kullanmak zorunda değilsin. You don't really need to use it. Of course not. I only use these keywords to give more information about the context. Because if I say hala, that will be still, and this will help you understand like something will be still doing whatever. Okay, so we did our examples with this. We will do more practice, but at the end of the lesson. And it seems like all of you have understood. So I think we can move to the next one. Yes, exactly. Let's go. So there's this one, but I have good news for you because this is exactly the same. Like not the meaning wise, but the sentence structure. This time, instead of olacağım, we use olurum. Instead of olacağım, we use olurum. You should now remember the difference between the future tense and the tense we call aorist, like for uncertain future. When you say olacağım, that is like certain, I will be. I am certain that I will be doing this. But olurum adds a little bit uncertainty. Like, I have an idea, I think I will be, but I can't be sure. So I am adding this extra meaning, extra implication. If someone asks you, what would you do? Like, let's imagine, in 2 days, what do you think you will be doing? Then I will say, bence 5 gün sonra hala ders çalışıyor olurum. Okay, this difference is mostly about the future tense and the aorist tense. It is also known as the simple present tense. Like, you know, when for habitual things, for uncertain future, for a few more other things. If you understand the meaning of still doing something, you can apply this with a little twist. Yapacağım, yapıyor olacağım, yaparım, yapıyor olurum. Yeah, it's the belki suffix. Exactly. You are not really sure. It's the belki suffix. You could use olurum if you want to tell someone that you would do something, but you want to avoid making a promise. So you are leaving an open door, as we say in Turkish. It really gives you a chance to use as an excuse. Because if you say yapacağım, olacağım, that means a bit certain. And you don't want to be certain. You want to be belki. Yeah, it's the inshallah tense. Yeah, you could also say this. Like hopefully tense, belki tense. Yeah, Lucas, that is actually correct. The can be translated as would. I would be, because I'm making an estimation. But if you say olacağım, that means I will be. Like I'm certain I will be versus I would be. Just like the context I gave as an example. 5 gün sonra ne yapıyor olacaksın? Bence 5 gün sonra kitap okuyor olacağım. And if you say this, you put an extra emphasis on the certainty. But if you say olurum, that means you are not certain. You just think so. Let's see. So you have examples already, I guess. Lila, almost correct. You just need to get rid of Olabilir. Olabilir is not used in a sentence like this. Onu böyle söylemiyoruz. If you only say this, yes, now it's correct. Let me give you your check mark. And Nemo. Yarım saat sonra Jay hala uyuyor olmaz. Okay, correct. Just a little correction on the position of hala. Hala, Jay hala uyuyor olmaz. Hala should go with the verb. Jay hala uyuyor olmaz. Evet, doğru. Jay, senin cevabını okuyorum. Kız kardeşimle yarın muzlu pasta yapıyor oluruz. Okay, that's correct. You are like making a plan, but not that certain. Just then, I think so. Üç saat sonra egzersiz yapıyor olurum. Yes, correct. So, for example, you could say this, like your friend invites you for a party and they tell you it's in three hours, like 3 saat sonra. And then you think if you will be free, then you will be like, I don't think I can come because I will still be studying. But if I am free, I will come. So it depends. 3 saat sonra ders çalışıyor olurum ama boş vaktim olursa, if I get free time, boş vaktim olursa gelirim. Okay. Yarın küçük bir makine yapıyor olurum. Correct. A little bit confident. Küçük bir makine, a little machine. Interesting. Oh, mini computer. Okay. Makine is only machine. So when you say mini makine or küçük makine, I was like, what machine? But mini computer, mini bilgisayar. Not minik, but mini bilgisayar. Yes, mini. The same word. Yeah, Jasmine, it's kinda easy, but there will be a few things that will make you like, what? So you will need your thinking cap. Okay, so these other forms, I will not show you all of the forms. There are a lot of possible other forms. This only shows you that it is possible. Like, you don't have to stick with olacağım, olurum, oluyorum with the all part. You can use the sa for if. Yapıyor olsaydım. Like, if I were to be doing something, yapıyor olabilirdim. I could have been doing something. Yapıyor olacaktım. I was going to be doing something. All of these acaktım, abilirdim, saydım meanings, you can use the your combination with them. If you know how to use the more advanced or like the moods, you can combine your with them. Yes, correct example, Jasmine. Muzlu pasta yapıyor olacaktım ama evde muz yoktu. Not yet. Henüz değil. Henüz beyinler yanmadı. Birazdan yanabilir. Okay. So, since this is very similar with the other one, and we will do more examples later, I will move to the next form. But before that, let me check this question. Yarın bir Türk yemeği yapıyor olurum. Yes, Lila, you can use belki in there. Like, belki yarın bir Türk yemeği yapıyor olurum. Correct. There's more, of course, Engin. That's not enough. Now, there's this one. We changed our middle or first suffix. Now we will use the aorist itself in the first part. You can think of this as verb like positions. In the first position, we have are. So are olmak. It is also easy. If you remember the habits lesson, we have an alternative to talk about our habits. But the keyword is, let me highlight it with a drawing, recently. That's the keyword. I started doing something recently. It's a new habit. It happened recently. Just an example again. Son günlerde fazla yemek yer oldum. Son günlerde fazla yemek yer oldum. So I will break this down for beginners and more people. So this son günlerde part is our like lately or nowadays adverb. Like son means last, gün means day. The lar part is for plural, days. De is for the location in time or like point in time. So like in the last days, if that makes sense, kinda uk. In the last days, recently, like too much, fazla, food, yemek, yer oldum. So now our main verb is ye. Yemek means yemek means food as a noun, but it also means to eat. So to eat food will be yemek yemek. It kind of seems like repeated. Yemek yemek is how we say to eat food. Like if someone asks you what you are doing, ne yapıyorsun? You will be like yemek yiyorum. I'm eating food. I think it is easy to tell which one is the noun, which one is the verb, because with the verb we use the endings like yemek, yiyorum. And now we use this aorist ending, simple present tense ending, yemek yer. If you also use Duolingo, you could see this example many times, like ben ekmek yerim, o ekmek yer. So yemek yer, oldum. So now we have do past tense. Do means past tense, like I did, I happened. Olmak means to happen or to be. So like I became eating food. I don't know, that doesn't make sense. Just trying to show you how it's formulated. I became a person who eats food, maybe. Yeah, that sounds better. I became a person who eats food. So I started eating food recently. That's how I would translate it. I started eating food or eating too much food recently. Okay? Now you can start doing your examples. What did you start doing recently? Son zamanlarda ne yapar oldunuz? Son zamanlarda ne yapar oldunuz? Ben yemek yer oldum. Arkadaşım spor yapar oldu. Okay, I'm waiting for examples. Arkadaşım spor yapar oldu. Kardeşim gece erken uyur oldu. Yeah, Engin, you can use this. I have started finding myself, or I found myself. I mean, when you say I found myself, it is kind of like one time. The keyword here is it happens a lot. Kendimi buldum is just one time. For example, kendimi yeni tanıştığım kızı düşünürken buldum. That's an example for you. I found myself thinking about the girl that I met recently. That's just one time. I was thinking about her just one time. But if I say yeni tanıştığım kız hakkında düşünür oldum, that means I'm always, like several times, thinking about her. And this is a new thing. Okay, son günlerde egzersiz yapar oldum. That's correct, Jasmine. Son günlerde sağlıklı yemek yer oldum. That's also correct. Link Q kullanır oldum. Komedi filmlerini bile ağlar oldum. Evet, doğru. Son günlerde daha ders practice more lessons. Daha çok ders çalışır oldum. Ders çalışmak. Ders çalışmak or egzersiz yapmak. Egzersiz yapmak doesn't take a object. Ramo son günlerde Refe hakkında şaka yazar oldu. Doğru. Son zamanlarda dil öğrenir oldum. Geçen hafta Urfa biberi ile yemek yapar oldum. Pişirmek is not that common. You can just forget about it. We will only use it if you're asking about the status of the food. Like your mom is cooking food, then you want to ask her if it's not ready yet. Then she will be like, bekle, pişiyor. Like, wait, it's cooking. But if you are cooking food, I don't think we will ever say yemek pişiriyorum. We will say yemek yapıyorum. Yemek yapmak is a lot more common than yemek pişirmek. And if anything, if you want to use pişirmek, you will still use yemek. So, Urfa biberi ile yemek pişirir oldum. Okay, and exercise for lessons. Son günlerde daha çok ders için egzersiz yapar oldum. Ders için. You need this için preposition because as I said, egzersiz yapmak doesn't take an object. Bugünlerde kendimi daha çok kitap okumaya buldum oldum. Hayır. You can't combine two fully conjugated verbs. It's only okur buldum. Like either okur buldum or okur oldum. Son günlerde bir kitap okur oldum. Yes. Yes. Şimdi doğru, Lucas. Son günlerde bir kitap okur oldum. Yeah, Engin, you combined two verbs. Okur buldum, okur oldum. Okay, there are a lot of examples. It's not practical to catch up with all of them. I will only be writing two of them here. Sadece 2 tane yazacağım. Mesela ne yazabilirim? Bunu yazacağım. Son günlerde çok duygusalım. Lately, I'm very emotional. Komedi filmlerinde bile, or let's go with dative. Komedi filmlerine bile ağlar oldum. Lately, in the recent days, in the last days, I'm very emotional, duygusal. I started crying, ağlar oldum, for comedy movies. Okay, looking for another example from the chat. Okay, I will write it myself. Son günlerde geleceğim hakkında düşünür oldum. Son günlerde geleceğim hakkında düşünür oldum. So now all of these examples are correct. You can use this when you start doing a new habit, but I should mention that we not only, but usually use this for a little negative things, like things that we can help doing. For example, I'm getting hungry lately and I can't help not eating. I'm craving for food, so I started eating more food. But even though it's not that healthy. And emotional. I don't want to cry, but I can't help crying. So ağlar oldum. And this one is a bit like with detailed in context, like I'm in a position to, with unclear futures, I'm starting to feel depressed. So I started thinking about my future. Okay, in a casual life, I think you could say, like, kitap okur oldum, but this is a little bit poetic form, poetic example. You could use it. It might sound a bit dramatic, but of course you can just try and find out what the other person thinks. You can try it while chatting with someone. That's correct, Jasmine. Okay. Son günlerde gerçekten çok şarap içer oldum. Yes, şarap içer oldum. Not şaraplar. Şaraplar demiyoruz, şarap diyoruz. Okay, and how will I say it more natural? Kitap okur oldum. Yes, you can say this. Or you can say it in a very simple way. Son zamanlarda kitap okumaya başladım. Sinüsüm var ama son zamanlarda çikolata yer oldum. Correct. Yeah, for a casual thing, I think you could go with the easy ways, but for things that you are not happy about, you will use oldum. Like, I'm not happy about eating food, so I am complaining and I am saying, recently I'm eating more foods, but I want to change that. I'm not happy about crying. I'm complaining, but I became more emotional. I started crying more. It's in complaining tense. Yeah, you can say this. You can say this, yeah. And you can also hear this in songs. You can hear this in books. There's a song with this form. It literally says, sen gelmez oldun. Maybe I can find the link real quick. Sen gelmez oldun. Does anyone want to guess what that means? Sen gelmez oldun. Looking for a good cover. Okay, I don't know. I'll just go with this. Posting the link in the chat. You can take a look in your free time. I mean, well, yeah, you don't show up lately, you don't come lately, but I think you have stopped coming is the best way to go. Like in the reverse translation, you stopped coming, so you don't come as often anymore. Sen gelmez oldun. So as you can see, it is still complaining. Like I'm missing the person, they stopped coming. Ve gelmiyorlar artık. They are not coming anymore. Okay, so let's see what's next. We have another suffix. There's the last one. This will be the last. After this, we will move to practice with all of the suffixes. So it will be a quick recap.